Good evening, traders. Well, it's evening here in South Africa. It's the 9th of May at 10 to 9 p.m. And crazy, the markets have been dropping and more are dropping. And the traders are panicking and they're selling more. Why do you want to sell in the dip? Why do you want to sell at the bottom? You are making the biggest mistake if you're doing that by selling at the bottom. Now, I'm not saying that this is the bottom, but I want to show you something. I'm going to show you something how to read the graphs. If you're not sure where to buy, which support lines to buy, then at least go and take little incremental payments. If you've got $1,000, go 50, 50, 50, all the way down to $25,000, $26,000 on Bitcoin. That's most likely the place it would turn. But there's something very exciting I want to show you now, because this cannot go on much longer. Let me show you. So at this point in time, when the markets are so busy and there's high volume, we're sitting on two. Yeah, that's Dogecoin. Sorry, we are sitting. We can see the market is folding. It's going down, and just when you think it's hit the bottom, and makes a little bounce of about 1%, and then it bounces further. And one of the things I want to say to you is, if you're going to sit and wait for the correct time to buy back, you're going to make a mistake. Either the market's going to hang, the screen's going to hang, and we've seen this over and over. It doesn't matter how fast the exchange is, more and more the traders are sitting in the markets. Go and place your orders in advance so that you don't, I'm talking about spot trading now, I'm not talking about binary or leverage or margin, any of that. I'm not going short or long. I'm just doing spot trading. I'm accumulating I find in the dips and selling. This is just how normal marketing works, buying and selling of any product or service. So let's have a look at Bitcoin quickly. So we see we had a little descending channel there, and it dropped right through the bottom of that channel, even lower and lower. And whenever you add the RSI onto the screen, the RSI kind of gives you hope sometimes that, okay, it's going down to 20%, 25%, even went down to 15, 16%. And if you were on a 5-minute or a 1-minute graph, you might have been on a 6 or 8%. Folks, the markets are crashing. This is the year for markets crash. It's the Schmetah year. If you don't know what that is, please find out, because this is such an important aspect to remember. Now, when we're looking at this particular graph, we can see, yes, how many times? It's 23%, 18%, 19%, 13%. That's on a 5-minute graph. But I want to show you something. We're going to change the time frames, and we're going to put the Bollinger Bands on the screen just to show you the bigger picture, and why I think that we've probably seen a long tail, possible doji, bottom within the next 24, 48 hours before we see a reversal. Now, today is Monday. Today is the quarter moon change, and we would most likely see a 24-hour change. And of course, we've seen a parabolic drop. But I want to show you different time frames with the Bollinger Bands. It's difficult to, and of course, you can see my buy and sell orders, lower sell or buy orders, higher sell orders. Let's quickly just take that off the screen. And of course, let's change it to bigger time frames so that we can see what the Bollinger Bands are doing. Now, the Bollinger Bands are sitting, it's pretty safe, it's pushed out, down, it might come back a little bit, but they're also opening up. Let's have a look at a 4-hour time frame and see. And by the way, we're sitting under 20% on the RSI. So now we are sitting in a 13% on the RSI for the 4-hour. The Bollinger Bands is sitting at almost 32,000, and the price went to 30. So this could be an opportunity, especially when you buy it on the 4-hour or the 1 day. So let's take it to the 1 day. And then the 1 day might tell us, yes, we have a different picture here, and we just want to take off that And the 1 day, it should be, if we zoom in, we will find that the the Bollinger Band sitting on 33,348, which is slightly higher than the 4 hour, which means it has to come back. But it doesn't mean that that's not the end of this long drop. We're sitting there on 26%. Now let's see on the RSI when last it was that 20%. So it went to 20% on the RSI and then it shot back up again. Let's see another time. Whenever it goes out, there it hit a 21%, and then of course it went back up again for a short period of time. So this is the 1 day graph. Let's have a look at the 1 week graph, because that might show us a totally different picture, because we might be seeing, we'll just get rid of the drawing tools. And all right, so we are looking for support lines around the 29, 28, and if in fact 28, between 26 and 28,000. Now let's have a look. That's a 1 week chart. It's not near the bottom of the RSI yet, and there it's sitting at 32. So that the 4 hour, the 1 day, the 1 week is sitting more or less the same thing. Whenever we see a sharp drop like this, there will be some kind of retracement, some kind of shooting back up, because the Bollinger Band is like an elastic band. So whatever it goes down to, it would likely do something like this before it hit the SMA, find the resistance before it goes back up again. So I'm reckoning this week still, we might see the bottom of the bottom. And then we will see bouncing up again. And we could be looking at the rest of the year drops. But the idea here is that if you have got Bitcoin, don't sell your Bitcoin now. That's dumb. Don't sell your Bitcoin in the dip. Buy Bitcoin in the dip. You're going to want to be different to other traders. 5% of traders are buying Bitcoin. And if you haven't done that, if you only got Bitcoin, wait for the altcoins to grab the altcoins. When the altcoins go up, they'll go double, triple the speed. We've got some coins like TVK, PHA. There's a whole lot of coins, Multi, City, Jasmy. Just some of them are unknown to people, but those are going to be the movers when the Bitcoin price turns. And then of course there are daily coins. So if you guys aren't on the signals or the tribe group, you better join. So please like and subscribe on the video, and we will chat soon. Bye for now. Hope this helps.